Hey, welcome back to the channel. I have a question for you. Do you like Bleach or Shaman King? Because I read a new manga on the Shonen Jump app, and I think it's the next Bleach. So we are introduced to the main character, Dora. No, not that Dora. This Dora. That was such a bad joke. Oh no. I'm keeping it in. And he is a delinquent. I know, shocker, it's a shonen manga, and he's a delinquent. We haven't seen that before. But no, hear me out, it's good, it's good. So in the first few pages, he's dropping off a gift at his mother's grave. So, we already know he has not lived the most normal or good life. But he wants to be a samurai. And in this world, samurais are what they call people that hunt down mononokes. And in this world, mononokes are like spirit, demons, evil things, evil creatures that they destroy. You see where the Bleach is coming in at? Like, it's Bleach heavy. And in this world, people take exams to become samurais. And we are shown that he fails. Immediately fails. And there is a funny moment, like they tell him, like, hey man, you didn't make it. And a big guy comes behind him, like, move out of the way, small fry. And he turns around and drags him to the back of the line. And they're like, hey man, you can't retest. He really wants to be a samurai. Like, this is his life goal. And we find out why. It's actually a really good reason. So in a flashback, we are shown his mother, who they're having a conversation in the kitchen. She's like, you got thrown out of school again for fighting? And it was really interesting to me that the mother, instead of being like a typical mother that is like yelling like, oh, I can't believe you were fighting this, that, she actually is like, you're gonna make a great samurai one day. Because she knows her son has the heart. He doesn't fight just to fight. He's fighting to protect other people, or other children in this case. I thought that was cool to give that relationship to a mother-son, where she doesn't immediately just typical response of like, go to your room. She's like, no, I understand the type of person you are, and you can actually turn that into something good. I really like that about this manga. And so there is a test that they can do with their blood to see what kind of supernatural powers a person possesses. Update, our main character has none. Zero. Again, I know what you're thinking, like, oh, another one with no powers, and he's gonna fight to be the best. I get it, it's been done before, but you can't take away from the fact that it's done really well. And I think this manga has the capability of doing it really, really well. So then he is in a position where a building is being attacked by a mononoke, and he runs in because that's the type of person he is. He wants to protect everybody. He wants to see what's going on. And this is where we are introduced to the best character in this manga, Kusanagi. He is like this little, adorable, tiny Mononoke who is holding off this big, hunking monster because he wants to protect her. But he is so sweet, man. Like, he got me. Like, he was just like, he's like this little tiny ball. He's like, I'm going to protect. I want the world to be a happy, safe place for everyone. I don't want to be bullied by these big Mononokes. And so, they team up. Since Kusanagi can turn into like a blade, I think he turns into like a shield at one point, a helmet, some headphones. When they team up, even though he has zero powers, they can still destroy Mononokes. And the action is really well done. Like, some of these panels are really good. When they're slicing through things and Dora actually gets like mad. It is typical shonen, but it's done so good. I don't know, it really connected with me. And word starts getting around that there's this team that has teamed up with Mononoke because everyone hates him. And that's what Kusanagi's like, everybody hates me. I'm just trying my best out here and everybody hates me. So adorable, dude. Like, he's so cool. He's so cool. And since there is like an entity that samurais are basically hired to track down Mononokes, they start getting attention from, it might be a government, I'm not 100% sure. It is like a military or a government corporation. We are introduced to Jincho, and she's like tracking him, and she's trying to move up in this corporation. She's all about a promotion. Like, hey, she's like, hey, if you get to my way of my promotion, I'm taking him down. Promotions mean everything. She's very corporate driven. And like any shonen, after a battle, and she's like, I was just testing you, and they kind of team up, and she's going to help Dora and Kusanagi basically be able to save people. Because that's all they really want to do, is make the world a better place. They don't care about samurai, they don't care about the politics or anything. They're like, hey, are these like monster demon things hurting people? We're stopping them. And in chapter 6, which is the last chapter that's been released so far, they are kind of introducing like a big bad. Because again, every shonen manga has to have a big bad. And I think, look, they're putting hints. I think this big bad is the thing that killed Dora's mother. That would be real interesting, if that's the case. But I don't know, I just really had to make this video because hardly ever do I run across a manga that, one, doesn't even have a volume 1 out. And 2, is so new that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about it. And to me, whether it gets worse, you know, as it goes on, I can just speak to the 6 chapters that have been released so far. I do think, while it does have tropes of shonen, it's done really well, and I definitely think people should give it a shot. I mean, listen, like, whether your feelings on Bleach, you know, the further it got along, you think it dropped off, you think it ended well, whatever. I like these kind of mangas, and I like these kind of worlds. With like Mononokes and spirits and hunting them down. Like, they're fun. I'm not going to say it's going to have the most deep story ever. I think it has the ability to do it. I think it could, especially if this big bad is the one that killed Dora's mother. Like, it has the ability to have really good story beats. But I think if you go in with an open mind and you just want to read a good shonen manga, I think you will have a good time with it. I had a great time with it. That's why I'm making this video. Like, if I didn't like it, I would not have made this video. But yeah, I just hadn't heard people talk about it. And I was like, I gotta do this video. I gotta talk about it. I gotta let people know this manga is something to look at. Something to look into. I think people will enjoy it if they give it a shot. But yeah, let me know if you check it out down in the comments, and let's talk about it, because I want to have somebody to talk about this with. I don't know anyone that watches it, so I would love to have somebody to talk about it with. But as always, if you have made it to the end of this video, I wholeheartedly appreciate you. And hopefully I might have introduced you to a manga that you did not know existed, just like I didn't know it existed. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And yeah, until next time.